What's up, everyone? It's Diecastbuffet here again. We have a raced version Cota paint scheme for Christopher Bell, part of his three-peat of wins in 2025. And hey, a Dewalt raced win, that's pretty cool. Let's check it out. And here we go, folks, with today's Diecast review. The Christopher Bell Cota raced win Dewalt Toyota Camry. And look, huge fan of Dewalt myself. Not a sponsor or anything, but I do happen to use Dewalt myself. And just really nostalgic with the Matt Kenseth years. And then obviously going to Christopher Bell and him being in the prime of his career, winning all these races. Really cool to see Dewalt race to win diecast getting made, because if you remember, they didn't make them for Kenseth back in the 2000s, the race to win variants. This is also the first Cup Series race on the short version of the Cota road course, so a little bit of a different racetrack variant, but it does have confetti. We're going to check it out, and it's one of three wins in a row for Christopher Bell in the early portion of 2025. So that was a very memorable stretch of his career. I think long term that'll be one of the coolest moments, winning 3 in a row in the Cup Series. That's pretty dominant. Let's get it out of the box. And here we go, folks. Diecast out of the box. And man, let me tell you, I love these race to win diecasts. They're really cool because they're like mini time capsules. You know, you might not realize it now, but when you start looking back at all of NASCAR history, it's just so many great moments. And that's what's so cool about the current era of NASCAR diecast collecting. As a 164 preferred collector myself, it's just awesome to see the 124 raced wins not only just be 124, they're also 164s as well. As they've made so many race to win 164s the past 3 to 4 years. I mean, it's all-time records. It's awesome to see. So with this being the Cota event, I want to say it's the Echo Park something Grand Prix at Cota. Regardless, the event logos or colors is green and white, which is like one of my favorite confetti colors, I think, out of all of them. Traditionally, they're it's like red and white, maybe yellow and white, or yellow and black. We see a lot of those, but green and white, that is a really cool combination there. And if you notice really closely, I'm going to zoom in here, bear with me, they're little Texas shapes. That is freaking cool. Obviously, with it being in Austin, Texas, that is freaking awesome. So go over to the hood of the diecast. You have Dewalt there on the hood. You have, I'm not really sure what this logo is, but I believe this was not on the car every week, so there is a little bit of a differentiation, if that's even a word, on this particular paint scheme. You got Bell on the front window. I mean, check out the sun visor there. I mean, it's taken up about a good 25% of the windshield, and then you have the gnarly windshield wiper, which we all know they're using it as downforce, right? They put these ridiculous windshield wipers to make some speed. It's kind of cool because some teams will run different style ones. So, I respect the hustle. Got Toyota right there on the left side, Bell. Go to the front of the diecast here. You have the Hammerhead Camry style front end with the Toyota badge there, the Camry logo. Got Joe Gibbs Racing Sunoco on both sides with 20 right there. There is a few chips or scrapes here on the front, or maybe that's just cosmetic. I have no idea. Like this area right here, I can't tell if that's a factory error or that's supposed to be like that. I'm going to say it's actually supposed to be like that, because if you look at this area right here, it looks like there's some damage. So maybe it's partially connected, but that looks pretty cool. You got some damage right here on the other front fender, so there's a little bit of some physicality on the road course. Go to the left side of the diecast here, you have the number 20, which it is kind of different to see the Christopher Bell car without having the chrome numbers. That was very common in the first few years of the next gen era. So that is kind of different. You got Dewalt there on the side panel. Usually they would put some other details around the Dewalt paint scheme for, this being earlier in the year. They didn't do that. But later in the year, they still had a bunch of alternates. The only unfortunate thing is they never really offered them, or they got canceled. I mean, there might have been 5 other alternate Dewalt cars ran in 2025, and then they ran alternates in 2023 and 2024. So, I mean, you look around, I mean, there could be 20 different variants of the Dewalt car ran by Christopher Bell the last few years, which is really remarkable. Got Cup Series here with Goodyear. I imagine this is some dirt or maybe some type of splash in the victory lane, maybe Gatorade or something, who knows. Got a little bit of a like actual raceware chip or damage there on the 20, which is pretty cool. Probably some fender contact, which explains the rocker box area scrapage. Got your exhaust port there. Mobil 1, Rheem, Mac-Tools, Sport Clips. You got Simeon's, Sherwin-Williams, Lincoln Welders. Get rid of the A, B, and C post. You have C-Bell, your 2 race win stickers. I want to say this was the second. Yeah, I think this is the second of the 3 straight wins because he won Atlanta. Oh, speaking of that race win, I have it somewhere. Well, I thought I did. I'll try to find it real quick. Okay, I see it. But yeah, he won at Atlanta. I'll show the diecast real quick. This thing is freaking awesome, by the way. You can go ahead and pick both of these up at Circle B Diecast if you're a Christopher Bell fan. But he won at Atlanta. Then he went to win at Cota, which was very early in the year. Still getting used to road courses being that early in the NASCAR calendar as a long-term fan of the sport. And then he would go on to win Phoenix as well. And it's just really impressive to win 3 straight races in the Cup Series, man. That's remarkable stuff. Got B-Post decal there, which has a little piece of confetti on top of the Toyota badge. Got, I think it's Joe Gibbs Racing or JD Gibbs. Got Interstate batteries there. The blank American ethanol ring. I guess they didn't want to change it. Now, this is interesting. You have like these random arrows on the left rear quarter panel. That is interesting. It's Reesers on the back quarter panel there. Go to the actual back bumper of the diecast. Notice the spoiler is a 2-tone spoiler, with the rear panel having the white colored spoiler, and the other side it's matching the trunk. So that is kind of interesting there as well. Mobil 1 Toyota got some scrapage on the back bumper. I'm not really sure if this decal is in the middle of the trunk, which is FOV, something like that. It does kind of look cool how the trunk, the design matches where the body panels are on the trunk. That is kind of cool. We got 20 there. The whole back bumper does look a little bit skewed. I don't think that's a raced version thing. I think that's probably more of a factory deal. Go to the right side of the diecast here. A nice spread of confetti across the right side. Got some more scrapage on the rocker box where you can barely even read the Mobil 1 decal. That's got a pretty gnarly, donut mark. You got a little bit more beating and banging here on the right side, which, again, really awesome stuff, man. I love these race to win diecasts. The detail Lionel puts on these things is remarkable, especially the 124s, where like every spoke on the wheel actually has scrapes, and they have like the little Sharpie marks. I mean, it's just ridiculous detail like that. It blows me away. They actually put the Sharpie marks on the tires, like just stuff you don't think about, but they actually do. It's just really underappreciated in my opinion. Top of the diecast here, you have the bold font number 20. Nice spread of confetti. There was probably some cardboard boxes on top of the race car, I'd imagine, which is probably going to reduce the confetti on top of it. Then you have Bell in the back window with little cutout marks for the airflow from the cabin. And then over here to the deck lid, we see even more sponsors that are traditionally not on the Bell car weekly. Awesome stuff, man. So my take on this one, man, it's one of the 3 Dewalt race to win diecasts in 2025 for Christopher Bell. He won the Bristol Night Race. We already talked about, obviously Cota and Atlanta. That is really, really cool. The All-Star race to win, I think, is going to get made, which was the Mobil 1 car. And that's not even including all the clean paint schemes this cat has had. Interstate batteries, the Dewalt Interstate car, the clean Mobil 1 car. There's probably a couple other ones I'm missing. So it's been a great year for Christopher Bell diecast collecting, in all honesty. Thank you all for watching the video. Have a blessed one, everybody. DB, signing off.